Have you ever wished you could be completely unshaken no matter what happens? Imagine this: someone insults you, but instead of feeling hurt, you feel nothing. A relationship ends, but instead of heartbreak, you remain calm. Life throws unexpected challenges at you, yet you stand firm, unaffected, unbothered. This isn't about suppressing emotions or turning into a lifeless robot. It's about achieving true emotional control, the ability to feel but not be ruled by feelings. This is what the Stoics mastered, and today, I'm going to show you how you can too. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The question is, do you have that power? Or do your emotions control you? In this video, we'll break down the Stoic strategies to become cold, emotionless, and mentally unshakable. By the end, you'll know exactly how to detach, stay calm, and never let anything or anyone break your peace again. Let's begin. 1. Understanding the Stoic perspective on emotions. Many people think that being cold and emotionless means having no feelings at all. But that's not what Stoicism teaches. The goal is not to eliminate emotions but to control them. The Stoics believe that emotions, like fear, anger, and sadness, are natural. However, they also knew that allowing these emotions to dictate our actions leads to suffering. A Stoic does not let emotions cloud their judgment. Instead, they observe them, understand them, and decide rationally whether to act on them. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This means that no matter what happens around you, you are always in control of how you respond. One of the core Stoic principles is that emotions are simply interpretations of events, not absolute truths. For example, if someone insults you, the words themselves don't hurt you. What causes pain is your interpretation, the belief that their words matter. If you decide that their opinion is meaningless, the insult loses its power. Epictetus, another great Stoic, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is a powerful mindset shift. When you stop reacting emotionally, you become untouchable. So how do you achieve this level of control? The Stoics practiced 3 key strategies. Detachment from external events. Accept that most things in life are outside your control. People's opinions, bad weather, failures, none of these should shake your inner peace. Mindfulness and awareness. When emotions arise, pause and ask, is this feeling useful? Instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to analyze whether the emotion serves you or weakens you. Self-discipline. Train yourself daily to endure discomfort without complaining. Practice keeping a neutral face in difficult situations. Strength comes from repeatedly choosing logic over emotion. Being emotionally strong does not mean suppressing feelings, it means mastering them. The Stoics were not lifeless robots, they simply refused to let emotions control their actions. Imagine if nothing could disturb your peace. No insult, no rejection, no failure could shake you. That is the power of Stoic emotional mastery. Are you ready to take the first step? 2. The power of rational thinking over emotion. Most people live as slaves to their emotions. They get angry when criticized, feel anxious over things they can't control, and allow fear to dictate their decisions. But a Stoic? A Stoic trains their mind to always prioritize logic over feelings. The key to emotional detachment is rational thinking. When emotions rise, the Stoic asks, is this feeling based on facts, or is it just my perception? They pause, reflect, and then respond not with emotion, but with reason. As Epictetus said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. This means no one makes you angry, sad, or afraid you allow it. So how can you develop this power? Let's break it down. Emotions feel real, but they are often irrational. Instead of reacting immediately, practice questioning them. Why am I feeling this way? Is this emotion helping me or hurting me? Will this still matter a year from now? Most emotions fade quickly, but we tend to amplify them by obsessing over them. The Stoics practiced perspective shifting. Anger? In a few hours, it will be gone. Fear? Most of what we fear never happens. Sadness? Even the worst pain dulls with time. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. By understanding that emotions are fleeting, you stop acting on impulse. When emotions cloud your mind, logic becomes your weapon. Before reacting, state the facts like a neutral observer. Feeling rejected? The truth, one person's opinion doesn't determine my worth. Feeling anxious? The truth, worrying does not change the future. Feeling offended? The truth, only I decide what affects me. By sticking to facts, you detach from unnecessary emotions and regain control. A weak mind is ruled by emotions. A strong mind masters them. Stoicism doesn't ask you to suppress emotions, it teaches you to analyze them, question them, and control them through logic. The next time you feel overwhelmed, pause. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Most of the time, the answer is no. This is how you become truly untouchable. 3. Master the art of indifference. Most people are easily affected by what others say and do. They get upset over an insult, stressed about opinions, and anxious about things beyond their control. But a Stoic? A Stoic remains indifferent to all of it. Indifference doesn't mean not caring, it means choosing what to care about. It means understanding that most things in life are distractions, and only a few truly matter. By mastering indifference, you free yourself from emotional suffering and become truly unshakable. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you stop caring about what's outside your control, you reclaim power over your own life. So how do you develop this mental armor? Let's break it down. The first step is realizing that most things don't matter. Someone insulted you? Their opinion is not your reality. You failed at something? Every failure is just a step toward growth. Someone ignored your message? Their actions reflect them, not you. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If not, don't waste your energy. A Stoic understands that life is short, and spending time worrying about trivial things is a waste of existence. Indifference is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. Next time someone tries to provoke you, pause. Do not react. If a situation makes you anxious, breathe and remind yourself, this too shall pass. When facing criticism, observe it rationally instead of taking it personally. By repeatedly choosing not to engage emotionally, you build a mindset that is immune to external chaos. Most people crave validation. They feel happy when praised and hurt when criticized. A Stoic? A Stoic is indifferent to both. Seneca said, "A wise man is content with himself and does not need the approval of others." If someone praises you, be grateful, but don't let it inflate your ego. If someone criticizes you, evaluate if it's useful, if not, ignore it. True confidence comes from within, not from the changing opinions of others. When you master indifference, you become untouchable. You stop being a puppet controlled by external forces. You decide what deserves your energy and what doesn't. The next time something bothers you, ask yourself, is this truly worth my attention? Most of the time, the answer will be no. And that's the power of Stoic indifference. 4. The Dichotomy of Control. One of the most important lessons in Stoicism is understanding the dichotomy of control, the ability to separate what is within your control from what is outside of it. Most people waste their energy worrying about things they can't influence, what others think of them, past mistakes, or unexpected life events. But a Stoic focuses only on what they can control: their thoughts, actions, and responses. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This simple truth is life-changing. When you fully accept it, you stop being a prisoner of external events and start directing your energy where it actually matters. Take a moment and think: can you control the economy? The weather? Whether someone likes you? No. But you can control how you react to these things. You can't stop people from insulting you, but you can choose not to take offense. You can't change your past, but you can decide how you will move forward. Most people suffer because they try to control things that are completely beyond their power. They argue to change someone's opinion, obsess over their mistakes, or stress about the future. But all of these things are outside of their control. A Stoic understands that worrying changes nothing. Instead of wasting time trying to manipulate the world, they focus on controlling their own mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Your real power lies in how you think, act, and respond. When you shift your focus inward, you gain true freedom. Training your mind to focus only on what you can control takes time, but it is the key to inner peace. The next time you feel anxious, angry, or frustrated, ask yourself, is this something I can change? If the answer is no, then let it go. If the answer is yes, then take action. Imagine you are stuck in traffic. Most people get frustrated, honk their horns, and stress about being late. But can you control the traffic? No. So why waste energy being angry? A Stoic, instead, would accept the situation and use the time productively listening to an audiobook, practicing deep breathing, or simply being present. This mindset applies to everything in life. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you become untouchable. You stop reacting emotionally to every inconvenience, and you focus all your energy on what truly matters. 5. The power of silence. In a world where everyone is eager to speak, few understand the power of silence. People rush to defend themselves, prove their worth, or fill uncomfortable moments with unnecessary words. But a Stoic knows that true strength lies not in how much you say, but in what you choose not to say. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Silence is a lesson in itself." This means that sometimes, the most powerful response is no response at all. When you master the art of silence, you gain control over your emotions, your interactions, and, ultimately, your life. Most people react instantly when they feel attacked or misunderstood. They argue, defend, or try to prove themselves. But is that always necessary? The truth is, not every battle is worth fighting. A wise person knows that silence is often more powerful than words. It allows you to observe, remain calm, and avoid unnecessary conflicts. Imagine someone insults you. Your instinct may be to respond, to prove them wrong, to defend your honor. But what if you just stayed silent? What if, instead of reacting, you smiled and walked away? This denies them the reaction they crave and proves that their words hold no power over you. Silence is not weakness, it is strategic power. It forces others to reveal themselves while keeping you in control. When you speak less, you listen more. You gain insight, you understand people's intentions, and you maintain an air of mystery. Seneca once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." A person who talks too much often reveals their weaknesses. But a person who listens carefully and speaks only when necessary commands respect. The ability to remain silent in difficult moments is a sign of emotional mastery. It means you don't let anger, insecurity, or pride dictate your words. You control the situation, rather than letting the situation control you. Next time you feel the urge to argue, pause. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? If the answer is no, choose silence. In time, you will realize that the less you say, the more powerful you become. 6. Practice emotional minimalism. Most people overload their minds with unnecessary emotions. They get angry over minor inconveniences, stressed about things that don't matter, and upset over words that should be ignored. But a Stoic approaches emotions like a minimalist, keeping only what is useful and discarding everything that is not. Emotional minimalism is the practice of choosing which emotions deserve your energy. Just as a minimalist removes clutter from their home, a Stoic removes unnecessary emotions from their mind. The less emotional baggage you carry, the lighter and stronger you become. Not every emotion is worth your time. Many people waste energy on things they cannot change. They dwell on past mistakes, overthink meaningless interactions, and let small problems ruin their day. A Stoic, on the other hand, asks, does this emotion serve me? If not, they let it go. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic. The average person reacts with frustration or anger, but what does that accomplish? Will getting upset change the situation? No. So why waste energy on it? Instead, practice emotional minimalism, acknowledge the event, control your response, and move on. This mindset applies to relationships, work, and everyday challenges. If someone insults you, you have a choice: carry that negativity with you, or discard it immediately. If a plan fails, you can waste time feeling bad, or you can focus on solutions. The key is emotional efficiency, only keeping emotions that help you, and ignoring the rest. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Most emotional pain comes from overthinking, not from actual events. By training yourself to let go of unnecessary emotions, you eliminate a huge source of stress. Practicing emotional minimalism requires discipline, but the results are life-changing. The next time you feel overwhelmed, pause and ask, is this feeling useful? If it doesn't help you grow, succeed, or find peace, let it go. The less you let small things affect you, the more powerful you become. Minimalism in life leads to clarity, and minimalism in emotions leads to inner peace. Free yourself from unnecessary emotional clutter, and you will discover a new level of strength. Conclusion. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them, it means controlling them. Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from detachment, discipline, and focus. When you stop reacting to every little inconvenience, you gain something far more valuable: inner peace. The world will always test you. People will insult you, situations will challenge you, and emotions will try to overwhelm you. But now, you know the Stoic way: stay calm, stay rational, stay in control. So ask yourself, which of these Stoic principles will you start applying today? Will you master silence? Practice emotional minimalism? Focus only on what you can control? Whatever you choose, take action. Because true change begins not with knowledge, but with practice.